You're watching West Wednesday 650, Justice for Tyrone West and Justice for all victims of police brutality. Tawanda, it's all you.
Thank you. And guys, I apologize that we are late. And because we're so late, we're not even going to play the video that we play every week of my brother. But tonight, we will end it by playing maybe. Matter of fact, we won't because we got such a long West Wednesday list. We won't even just play that video because I just want to rap and send all the love and the support to my brother Kenneth, who literally, and it's a tragedy to lose anybody, but to lose a poor baby, like, and to go through what he's been through and the strength. And I'm sending love and prayers to his wife and his beautiful baby and the family because he's a father and he still have other children. But we're just here to support him from Baltimore. So I'm just going to bring my brother on. So I just want to give you a big shout out and just say we just love you. We're sending you Baltimore love, and we're here to support you in every which way that we can. So I want you to introduce yourself and tell us everything that you was going through or whatever you're comfortable with telling us and that you can share. The floor is all yours. Mic check.
Uh, Thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it. I appreciate you reaching out the time to just show your condolences and share that love with me. I appreciate all that. The phone calls do matter. The text messages do matter. Um, During this tragic time, losing my daughter, just trying to grasp everything. January the 5th was their actual due date. That's also my fiance's birthday. So, that was a bittersweet moment to just be going through that, to just um, it's supposed to be a joyous moment, So trying to be strong in the situation, like show me a man with no emotion, I can show you his flaw, So
Amen.
to go through this right now, it's very hard to just be strong and not be so emotional. Because being emotional, you miss out on the things that you need to pay attention to. So I got my eyes open and just being, listening to God, asking it to give me the discernment to move forward in a time like now, be a strong man for my family. Because it's a lot of obstacles and it's easy just to give up. And like, I don't see that no time soon, So I know it's a purpose behind this whole segment. So I just being obedient, not just trying to be stuck in my own way, So with lately we've been, trying to reach out to detectives and follow up with like certain investigations because we found a police report after the body. We found that didn't have organs when we went to the funeral home to make arrangements. We did have a service. Unfortunately, we were not able to do a burial or anything right now because they still have to do um, basically a paternity maternity as far as the organs being to the body. So they got a lot of other investigations that's got us in a hold up, which is very painful to know. Like, hey, I'm supposed to be in a position where I'm supposed to. If everything was rightfully done the right way, then hey, when the body reaches to the funeral home, I'm supposed to be able to make those arrangements comfortably. You're already in a mind of distraught, so to just find out some more devastating news at that time is very. That's a lot to take. That's a lot to try to grasp. It's a lot to a mother to hear for sure. I'm being so strong, but like my child's mother, like very like this is a strong woman. I kind of be wanting her to do a lot of interviews, but I also know it's overwhelming just to keep repeating
Yes.
and um. So it's just I kind of forced to be strong right now.
Yes.
It's a lot to go through. Nobody should have to go through a feeling like this. No parent. I never in my wildest dreams thought I had to, bury a child. Um, I just glad to be just so humble and grateful. Another chance to just keep moving forward. Really, honestly, that's the biggest thing. A lot of silent prayers is just getting me one day at a time. Cause looking so far down the road right now is just not even something I can
Yeah.
even imagine. It's just to be getting to run around it after a devastating situation though is very painful though. Like to be trying to call and just get some answers. Just if I'm calling the hospital, this healthcare we talking about. If any of us get shot, the first thing a family member gonna say that's close by, hey, we need to get the ambulance. We need to get them to a hospital. To know that I'm in the facility that's a hospital, the life saving measures, and to feel that all those warning signs, all those critical moments could have been used to save a life, and I being a victim of that situation is like I gotta be a person to just be open about it and speak about it because who else has this happened to? Who hasn't had the courage to stand up against what's going on? Like, this is injustice. Like, if we saying this is America, like, what does the pledge say? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic. Like, so I'm an American before I'm African American right now. If we speak as far as everybody, like the races doesn't matter. Everyone is due right health care. You know, that's our
Mhm.
right. That's our privilege, you know. And that's a scary situation to be in because it makes you reflect about a lot of other family members who you know that just made it, went to the hospital, and you hear, oh, he passed away, but he got, you know, it's just kind of like, now it make you want to look into a lot of other information. Like, was it, you know, was it true, or could there be
Mhm.
some bias to the situation? They got a lot of, I do not trust healthcare no more right now. Like, don't send me to the hospital. I'm cool on it, you know.
I said
Um,
it's crazy. So I definitely feel you, and it's just sad. Like nobody shouldn't have to go through that. You know, especially having the joy of having babies, beautiful twin, identical twin babies. And how was your other beautiful baby doing? I'm so
She,
sorry.
I was. That's what took me so long. I'm so sorry. I was sitting there trying to get her bottle. I can't
No,
let it
no,
out my
that's
sight.
fine. No,
Like
absolutely,
I just love it. That's my joy right now. That's what's really giving me my strength to just, you know, not have no negative vibe right now. You know, I just want the facts. That's all I want. That's how originally I got in this position, just asking questions that I felt that I still never got an answer to, and that's a big problem.
absolutely, no, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I'm just sorry you going through this. Like it's real. It's real, and it's just
Yeah,
sad.
that's
Like.
real.
Yeah, but I'm just glad to see you being strong. I know that it's hard, you know, and we just here to support you and everything that you need, like anything that you need. So is it like anything that we personally could do for you besides spreading the word and like what is it that we could do?
Um. Really, just any advice, any legal advice from as far as just a person just coming from my
Mhm.
background. Everyone could just, oh, I would do this, I'll do this. Like, I want to know, like, what would be the right steps? Like, even if I could talk to medical examiners, like, what's the normal procedure? Someone who do
Mhm.
autopsies, like, what's the steps to, hey, when the body comes to the morgue, do y'all take pictures of it first, closed cavity, and the incision, the cuts, the drawing, like, what all this? What's the steps? Because you know people want to hide the steps right now, and that's kind of the main thing. Like, it's a lot of like things that's inconsistent that I've already been able to prove, and it's like, hey, so what is it? Like, why I can't get this evidence? You know, that's
Mhm.
my right. You know, if you were talking about HIPAA laws, it's a lot of things that policies that's been violated thus far. You know, so
Yeah.
um, it's
And and I just want while we talking, I want to give like a big shout out to Auntie B and Uncle Bobby who
yeah,
introduced me to your, you know,
definitely.
to your family because they do a lot of groundwork and you know making sure that our stories, you know, never fade out and that we get all the support that we need. So just a big shout out to them. And it's just sad, like, and it broke my heart when I first met you and when you were telling me you know, what happened. We was on the Zoom meeting and you got into it. You were so detailed and descriptive, you know. And we'll have somebody to read the questions and comments, so don't worry about it. We got somebody that, well, our female, she's not here, but I could probably get somebody else like Hillary to read the questions or the comments in a little bit so that way, because I see like questions are popping up now, but I definitely know. And then even though we fight for police brutality, but this whole system is corrupt. It ain't got nothing. It ain't just about police brutality. It's about injustices. And I know that whenever they're doing corruption, and that's what the biggest thing for me, and that's why I feel so close to you because when they tried to cover up my brother being murdered by like 20 police officers, beat to death, they literally hit my brother's body for 5 days. I was like you. I didn't know what to do, which way to turn. But my instinct, my sister did. This was my big brother that helped raise me, a father figure, and they did that. And then I'm like, why they won't release his body to the funeral home? And literally, when they released it to the funeral home, they did a lot of corruption. And it took them 154 days to give us an autopsy, a partial autopsy report that was a lie. I had to fight for all these years, and finally, just from determination and strength, and you're not gonna lie about an unarmed man and say that he wasn't beat to death, that he died from a bad heart, like he had excited delirium. And I had my brother's body exhumed out of my own pocket, out of my own pocketbook. You know, I had to kick out $50,000 to have my brother's body exhumed. All I wanted was the truth. What if I would have never got my brother's body, Jim? And then literally, when they flew my brother's body out to get the autopsy, my brother had no organs in his body. He wasn't an organ donor. They sent a bag of organs with him. He was not an organ donor. It was disgusting what they did. And then we buried my brother with a black shirt, but yet when he gets the second autopsy, he has on a whole nother shirt. Like the stuff is real. The stuff you talk about, people won't believe that. So instantly when I heard about a baby organs, a baby,
Yeah, a lot
I'm
of people
like,
didn't
that
believe
broke
me.
my
They wouldn't
heart.
believe me until they
That's
heard that
heartbreaking.
information. Even just talking to attorneys, a lot of attorneys like, "Oh, I can't take the case." They look
Yeah,
for
it's tough.
hard
Like it's
evidence,
it's
hard facts to
unreal.
be able to take
It's
a
and
case.
then to this day, and I'm talking about my brother case, like 13 years, almost 13 years later, nobody can explain how do you bury a man with black on, and when you have his body dug up, he got a whole nother shirt on, something totally different, and his organs wasn't in his body. No one could tell me that. So I'm just like, I'm just glad that you're fighting them, and I know too, and it's not the West Coalition, it's me knowing that how corrupt this world is and how that they use our organs to save their ones. They could have had, especially when you get into the HEPO stuff and all that stuff, that medical stuff, and they see that our babies and our loved ones are nice and healthy, no matter even if they are premature, they still healthy. Because I had my firstborn when I was a teenager. So he was premature, but he was healthy. And I couldn't imagine what she was going through. And it just make me feel like they be letting us die just to take our organs to save them. And this ain't the West Coalition, this me talking to you, you
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
just just talking to you, just pouring
Yes,
in.
ma'am.
It's just sad and
Hmm.
disgusting, man. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
is anybody there? Because I see a lot of questions and stuff are starting to come in comments. Can someone read the questions and comments? Mic check.
Mic check. I think I can do it. Hang on a sec, Tawanda. I'm going to
Awesome.
make sure I can get to all of them.
Awesome.
A
Thank you.
minute here. Now, is it going? Just a minute. Okay. So we have first from Malcolm Pulliam, prayers up, my brother, sending love from Pennsylvania. AC Britt, try to find a lawyer from the National Lawyers Guild who supports people against the system. Linda Green said, mic check. AC Britt said, best advice to stay away from the trauma vulture lawyers like Crump. Let me go to the next one. Okay, then the hospital's going to have hardcore lawyers, so you need someone that can go up against that. Make sure to get every bit of documentation that you can get your hands on, medical records, medical examiner records, funeral home records, all of that. Then Dan said, did you get a written statement from the funeral home?
Yes, I got a police statement as well.
Oh, good. AC Britt said, have several copies and leave them with people you trust.
Done.
Michelle Davashaw says, prayers to you all. And
Thank you.
AC Britt said, paper and electronic copies on removable flash drives.
Yes, also. Yeah. I don't know if you got the pictures of the messages I sent you.
Yes, I can definitely put them out.
Yeah. There's one more message now, too, from Dan. It said, it will be a long fight, probably, but good to make as many people in the community aware so that they can be there when you make any public appearances.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
That's my daughter Nari. That's like 4 days ago.
uh-huh.
Oh, so beautiful.
And
So
that's
beautiful.
it for the comments at this point, Tawanda.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been getting anonymous messages from, I guess, people that work at the hospital that was just briefly like letting me know about them knowing about the meeting that I had with the chief nursing director of the operations at the hospital, Jennifer Chavez, their deputy public service officer, and as well as I think it was one of the owners. Her name was Laura though, but it was only 6 individuals in the room: me, my fiance, her mom, Jennifer Chavez, the public service officer, and another lady, and the conversation was just more about like, yes, I do have a necessarily background. I may have tattoos on my face or whatnot, but as a parent, like I'm fighting because I know I'm right, and if I was wrong, I'd be held accountable for being wrong. But since I'm right, like if y'all not ready for this to go global, then somebody needs to start giving me some answers. And someone anonymously sent me some messages where I sent you the pictures, and that was like them telling me they went further than that once I left the room. That they were just like mocking us for having the children still there, or why did we use a hospital? We need to go watch YouTube and learn how to use the machines as far as caring for our baby. So it's just been a lot of insensitive matters that's just coming up now.
And those are what I call the trolls. They send these racist people to say stuff to literally break you. And that's a beautiful picture of you and your wife. Oh my God, y'all look so nice right there. I love that. That's just focus on actually go through what y'all going through. Don't even pay the troll. Trolling like that, that means that you're closer and closer to where you need to be to answers. Because I get it all. I get hate mail. I get live. I get all type of stuff, like literally. So you just got to keep pushing, keep believing, and knowing that we got you. Something is definitely going to break and give. I promise you. We definitely got you. Yeah.
That's when they was like first born itty bitty. They were like, I think she was a pound and like maybe 10, 11 ounces in that picture. And
Mhm.
that's when she was 6 weeks. I bathed her that morning. That's actually the day before all this took place. She let me bathe her, wash her hair. Got her the whole pacifier, so that's why she had her hands in both up. So,
Oh, so beautiful. Oh. And again, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like y'all should not be going through this, and I just commend y'all and everything, and yeah, and I just thank you for coming on here and sharing and trusting me in this platform, and we definitely here gonna fight for you, and like whatever we could do, like literally, it's just like a nightmare you can't wake up from. But I'm just glad that y'all loving up on. And so can you tell us what's the other baby name?
scenario.
Your other twin daughter name? I'm sorry.
It's scenario. With an N. Can you hear me?
Hi, Kenneth. You're breaking up just a little. This is Uncle Bill. Can you say that again?
My name is Scenario.
Oh, okay. Those are beautiful names. I love them. So beautiful. Hillary, we got some more questions and comments. Could you read them, please? Mike.
Yes, we do. So Bill Blythe said, very good, Kenneth, to have you with us tonight for West Wednesday. As a parent and grandparent, I send strong condolences for your unimaginably horrific loss. AC Britt said, make screenshots of any anonymous messages too, document everything. Dan said, what a beautiful baby. So sorry for your loss. AC Britt, condolences for the loss of your beautiful twins, Maria. And Maine said, mic check. And that's it for now.
Awesome. Mic check. And so, my brother, is there anything else you want to share with us or anything?
I don't even know. I didn't say the story so much. I don't even know what would you want to know.
No, I get it, and I know it's overwhelming, but yeah, but we just here to support you and whatever we can do. And I'ma ask my friend who's really good, like with the lawyer information stuff. I'll have her like to do her little research to look up some stuff to call, and even in your hometown where you are, to get you onto the right people, because there's a lot of people out here that just chasing cameras and they want to exploit you. They don't have no purpose for no type of accountability, but just want to exploit you. And it's like they use our pain for their gain, and it's sickening. It's disgusting. It really is. So you got our support and love.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Not a problem. And I know you got to get back to your family and all that wonderful stuff. And I will be sharing it with you. I'll send you because we got a long list of police brutality victims, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So
Yes, ma'am.
at this moment, if you have any more questions or comments, you can ask. But whenever you can, Ryder, you can just leave and go back to your family. And we just thank you so much for your time. And we love and appreciate you so much.
I appreciate the opportunity. Love y'all so much too.
So this won't be your last time. You
No,
already
no,
know.
no, 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 no.
All right. So you go back and be with your family.
Yes, ma'am.
And yeah, and thank you again for coming and joining us tonight. And we're sending
Yes,
nothing but
ma'am.
love, prayers, and our condolences. Definitely.
Thank you so
And if your
much.
wife need anything, you can give her
Um,
my personal phone number. She can call me at any time.
am I allowed to pray?
Oh yes, please, absolutely, please.
Dear gracious Father, thank you for another blessing. Thank you for guidance, Lord. Thank you for health and strength, Lord. Thank you for wisdom, Lord. Thank you for just humbling our minds and understanding, be able to trust you, lean not on our own understanding, Lord. Give us the strength to move day to day, Lord, and just know with you all things are possible, Lord. We make no excuse for this that we have, Lord, that you have provided, and we are grateful. We are thankful. We'll continue to give you grace even at our darkest times. We know that you're going to be able to be our light unto our path, God. Thank you just for giving me the courage to do your will, be obedient. Continue to give me the strength. Continue to keep me from being any anger towards anyone, Lord. Just thank you. Amen.
Yes, amen. Thank you so much for that. Oh my God, that was beautiful. I just love it. And I'm telling you, God is going to see you through. I promise you that. God, you just keep leaning on Him. And this is the year my bishop told me, and everybody from the West Coalition is not religious, but I am. And my bishop told me, this is the year of completion. This is the year we're going to have answered prayers. This is the year where people used to fake like a lot of stuff that happened in 2025 that we didn't finish. We're going to bring it to the door now. So trust and believe me, y'all about to get all accountability and everything. Answer prayer. So thank you for that beautiful prayer. Thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much.
Yes, ma'am. Let me know you do another, you do the videos every Wednesday?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
start.
every Wednesday. And I'm going to send you this one in a little bit. As soon as you hang up, I'll be sending it to your phone. And thank you so much, my brother. We sending love and support. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you. So, guys, if y'all can hear me, that was our brother, Kenneth, and we're just praying for his family, and we're here to support him in every way that we can. Like it could be easily any of us. That's our baby. That's our baby right there. And I'm just so thankful, that he was able to join us because losing anybody, I couldn't imagine the pain of losing a child, but just sending lots of love to him and his family. And God is so good that He can actually stand there and talk and breathe and be able to share with us. God is so good. And I give God all the praises, all the honor, all the glory. So thank you, my brother. We definitely appreciate you.
Definitely.
Awesome. All right. So with that being said, my brother, if you want to, you can leave us now, or you can stay on because we're about to read a whole long list of police brutality names and community violence, and I don't want to shake you up because it's a lot.
Okay. I love y'all.
uh,
Appreciate y'all. Have a great night.
love you more. You have a great night too. Thank you, my brother. See you. All right, yeah, guys. So, yeah, that was like so touching, and I got my camera off because I got tears in my eyes because no family should have to go through what he is going through. Him and his family. That's so heartbreaking. But unfortunately, we got a long, sad list to go through tonight, and we're gonna start off with our community list. And it's so sad. And as you see, for time's sake, I'm just keeping everything moving, and that's what I'm doing for 2026. I'm keeping it moving. Whatever I missed, I just missed, but I'm keeping it moving. With that being said, I am going to go into our mission statement. I'm going to say it like I always said. I'm not reading it. And then from there, we're going to take 1 minute of silence. And then we're going to take it. And then also, I just wanted to share with you guys for me to hear about the young mom that was, killed by in Minneapolis today, and it's all over the internet. And I didn't get to see it, and it's just heartbreaking. And praying, and they always say that I fear for my life. They try to use their car to ride over me. All this foolishness. So I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for everybody right now. So with that being said, I'm going to just go into our mission statement. It is the mission of the West Coalition to fight for accountability for Tyrone West, but not just for my big brother Tyrone West, literally for all the victims of police brutality and murder. Unfortunately, when we get these sad lists, we have no information. Then they're on the local and national level, but we have no intimate details about what happened, who was involved. But we, as a West Coalition, even though we have come from different beliefs and backgrounds, we're fighting just for accountability and all for everybody, whether it's community violence, whether it's what just happened to our poor, beautiful baby, Samara. It's just sad. Injustice anywhere, the injustice enough. Brutality and just this whole, and we believe in mediation, because guess what? If you can sit down and talk about anything, that alleviates the problem. You can agree to disagree, and everyone lives. So with that being said, we're going to take 1 minute. We're going to come back at 7:45. We're going to come back at 7:46, and we're going to start off with Brother Brian with the community violence list, if there is one. But unfortunately, guys, we have like 44 names on the police brutality list. That is out of control. That's disgusting. So with that being said, mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna hand it over to my brother Brian. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check. Thank you, Tawanda. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, so this week we have 5 names, and we just always these are names of people who died in Baltimore by violence over the past couple of weeks, and we just ask everyone to remember that each of these people is a person, has family, has friends, has a community around them. And all of those people are impacted whenever any of these deaths occur. And so we just we lift up their names, and we call back their names, both to raise them up and uphold them in their lives, to uphold their community, and to further our dedication to ending this violence in our community. So we'll begin with Erica Sterling.
Erica Sterling.
Clearly.
Ronnie Burston.
Ronnie Burston.
Charles Brothers.
Charles Brothers.
James Bushrod.
James Bushrod.
Kenyon Quickly Jr.
Kenyon Quickly Jr.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Tawanda, I have the list of police brutality victims across the country. And again, we want to remember that each of these people has a whole community and family behind them. And we want to make sure that we think of all of them as we are reading this list. We do have 43 names, and I will be doing the first part, and then Bill will start after that. So the first one, it's starting on December 16th in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 42-year-old male, Mark Dutch.
Mark Dutch.
Mark
Dutch.
Dutch.
On the 16th of December in Bear Creek, North Carolina, 50-year-old male, Kevin Hammer.
Kevin Ham.
Hammer.
On the 17th of December in Staunton, Virginia, 42-year-old male, Dustin Griffin.
Dustin Griffin.
Dustin Griffin.
On the 17th of December in San Antonio, Texas, 38-year-old male whose name was withheld by the police.
Cell blocks with killer cops. Ashe.
Ashe.
Shay.
Ashe.
On the 18th of December in San Antonio, Texas, 31-year-old male whose name also was withheld by the police.
Cell
Cell
blocks
blocks
with
for
killer
killer
cops.
cops.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Shay. On the 18th in Los Angeles, California, 38-year-old male, Juan Royo.
Juan
Juan
Royo.
Arroyo.
On the 19th of December in Tonasket, Washington, 40-year-old male, Sam Mittler.
Sam
Sam
Mittler.
Mittler.
Also on the 19th in Baytown, Texas, a male whose age is unknown and whose name was withheld by the police.
Cell blocks with killer cops. Ashe.
Ashe.
On the 19th of December in Rochester, New York, 38-year-old male, Eric Davis.
Eric Davis.
Davis.
On the 19th of December in Belton, Missouri, 26-year-old male, Quinn Swaggart.
Quinn.
Quinn
Quinn
Swaggart.
Swaggart.
On the 19th of December in Up, Alabama, 51-year-old male, Amos Matthews.
Amos Matthews.
Matthews.
On the 20th of December in Mesquite, Texas, 32-year-old male, Gerald Martin.
Gerald
Gerald
Martin.
Martin.
On the 20th of December in Pacific, Missouri, 60-year-old male whose name was withheld by the police.
Cell blocks with killer cops.
Ashe.
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 On the 20th of December in Springfield, Massachusetts, a male whose name and age were withheld by the police.
Cell blocks with killer cops. Ashe.
Ashe.
On the 21st of December in San Antonio, Texas, 38-year-old male, Jose Fernandez Solano.
Jose
Fernandez
Solano.
Solano.
On the 21st of December in Corona, New York, 29-year-old male, Chase Frey.
Chase Frey.
Kays Frey.
On the 21st of December in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 32-year-old male, Luis Ariola Palma.
Luis Ariola Palma.
Also on the 21st of December in Imperial Beach, California, a male whose age is unknown but whose name was Gary Gates.
Gary
Gates.
On the 22nd of December in Alpena, Michigan, 35-year-old male whose name was withheld by the police.
Cell blocks for killer cops. Ashe.
Ashe.
On the 22nd of December in Idaho Falls, Idaho, a male who is 26 years old, Landon Smith.
Landon.
Landon Smith.
On the 23rd of December in Knoxville, Tennessee, female, 57 years old, Ginger Phillips.
Ginger
Ginger
Phillips.
Phillips.
Ginger.
On the 23rd of December in Newcastle, Delaware, 44-year-old male, Raman Rose.
Ramen
Rose.
Ramen Rose.
Also on the 24th of December in Lynchburg, Virginia, 38-year-old male, Orlando Harding.
Orlando Harding.
On the 24th of December in Brentwood, California, 43-year-old male, Romaine Morgan.
Romaine Morgan.
Also on the 25th of December in Beaumont, Texas, 33-year-old male, Gordon Bassett.
Could you say that one more time, Hillary? Sorry.
That's okay. 25th of December in Beaumont, Texas, 33-year-old male, Jordan Bassett.
Jordan
Bassett.
On the 26th of December in Houston, Texas, a male whose age is unknown and whose name is withheld by the police.
Sell blacks for killer cops.
Ashe.
On December 26th in Fort Worth, Texas, 56-year-old male, Jerry Scott Gee.
Jerry
Scott.
Scott Gee.
On the 26th of December in Harlingen, Texas, 43-year-old male, Andres Arizmendi.
Andres Arizmendi.
And I will hand the list now over to Bill.
Thank you, Hillary. I want to point out that among those killed by police during these last 2 weeks in December, we have 3 women, one who's already been honored, that was Ginger Phillips, and 2 more that I'll be including in my portion of the list. In Wallace, Idaho on the 26th, a man whose age is not known, John Drake.
John
Drake.
In Vancouver, Washington on the 27th, a man who was 44 years old, Perry Sellers.
Perry Sellers.
In Safford, Arizona on the 28th, another of the 3 women that was killed by police during these 2 weeks, 34-year-old Georgianne Goodman.
Georgianne Inman.
In Puyallup, Washington on the 29th, a man whose age is unknown, L.J. Causey Jr.
L.J. Causey Jr.
Thank you. In Hurt, Virginia on the 29th, a man whose age, once again, has not yet been provided, Jacob Adkins.
Jacob Adkins.
In Jacksonville, Florida on the 29th, 46 years old, Alan Rush.
Alan Rush.
And Tucson, Arizona on the 29th, the last of the 3 women killed by police during this period. In this case, the age has not been given to us and the name has been withheld by the police.
Cell blocks for killer cops.
Ashe. In Slayton, Texas on the 30th, the youngest of the victims this evening, 17 years old, Alex Melger Matthew.
Alex Melger Matthew.
Let me say his name once more. It's a hyphenated name, so it's hard to remember. Alex Melger Matthew.
Alex Melger Matthews.
Thank you. In Eaton Rapids, Michigan on the 30th, 30 years old, name withheld by the police.
Cell blocks for killer cops. Ashe.
In Peachtree Corners, Georgia on the 30th, 39-year-old man, Brent Ivy.
Brent Ivy.
Ivy.
In Wetumpka, Oklahoma, on the 31st, a man whose age has not been provided, Joshua Butler.
Joshua Butler.
In San Pedro, California, on the 31st, a 37-year-old man, Lawrence Gonzalez.
Lawrence Gonzalez.
In Northridge, California, once again on the 31st, 43-year-old Keith Porter.
Keith Porter.
Porter.
And finally, for this evening, in Fontana, California, yet again on the 31st, a man whose age has not been provided, Hugo De Lara.
Hugo.
De Lara.
And Bill, I think we missed one.
I'm sorry.
So I can read it. I
Sure,
think
please.
you and I got mixed up in the middle there. On the 26th of December in Mint Hill, North Carolina, 36-year-old male, Chamel Hamlin.
Chamel Hamlin.
Thank you, Hillary.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and I'll just say in closing, I look forward to the day when we no longer have to read a list like this. It's horrific. Back to you, Tawanda.
And thank you, and I second that notion. It's horrible and disgusting, and unfortunately tonight we won't play the sad list. I'm sorry, Lord. I had like, look, y'all know I'm a teacher. This was one of them days but unfortunately we were unable to play the video that we play of one of the first cops that started unaliving my brother. So we won't play that at all tonight because there's no point in playing the end if we didn't see the beginning. But I will say this: they know who they are and they know what they did. I want all of them in a cell block. I want accountability for all of our loved ones. I want to give thanks for our guest, our special guest, Mr. Kenneth, that came on, that trusted us to share his baby, y'all, his beautiful baby's story. And that's heartbreaking. That's devastating. No one deserves to be treated like that. So I'm just praying and praying and praying. And this is sad that this is one of the first West Wednesdays that of this year, 2026, and that we had to come through like that. And if you can see that all the injustices are not stopping, so that's why we need to continue on loving on each other, and most importantly, fighting together, fighting this ugly fight peacefully, respectfully, and until we get it, we're going to shut it down. I mean that. Like literally, we're going to shut it down. That means we don't spend our money. Whatever it means, we're going to shut it down. Nobody family deserves to be treated unfairly. And it's just it's disgusting. So with that, we can't stop. We won't stop until killer cops, to killer parole officers, to killer anybody, doctors, whatever, whoever you are, until you are held accountable, we are not going to stop. Live to love, love to live. I love you all, and we will see you next West Wednesday. Mic check.
Mic check.